compared to last?
I want to say two different, just kind of different road this year. I accepted it. Been watching film, seeing what I need to improve on, and so far, I've been doing a pretty solid job. But starting next week, it's for real. So,
So what role, from what role to what role?
just coming off the bench and then being an energy guy, but I feel like I got the same role, just starting now. So just bringing it from the jump, getting my teammates involved, and also putting the ball in the hole.
Carter, has Tommy or any of the other coaches said, maybe leading up to this game or even after it, that what you've seen so far in these exhibitions is nothing compared to what you're going to be seeing next week and in the regular season as far as the competition?
No, for sure. I think that's been the biggest thing. Is just not getting too high, not getting too low, kind of staying at a steady pace and mind frame. Because as we know, we're playing in the best conference of basketball in the country. So it's going to be more physicality, better athletes. It's going to be a higher level competition. So I'm looking forward to doing it, getting to next week because the games are, like JB said, the games are for real. So just preparing for that.
How has the transition gone from high school to now for you?
I mean, it's been a transition. I mean, playing against guys like Caleb Love, Jaden Bradley, KJ Lewis, Deli, and Trey and all these guys every day, it's a different type of feel because usually I'm used to being the biggest guy on the court, really being the one that really lays the hit on guys. Now it's been a thing where I'm kind of playing catch up, you know what I mean? Just from in terms of pace, physicality, shot making, and just intensity in general. So it's been a journey.
What have you learned from them, whether individually or otherwise, because they're crafty, they're older?
No, for sure. I mean, I think the biggest thing I've learned is just the consistency of their work. I mean, everybody sees it. Jaden has made a huge jump offensively this year in terms of shooting the basketball, and that's a testament to his work. And I think seeing these guys that are older than me, kind of being in the gym with them whenever they go to shoot, I'm with them shooting, watching film with other guys, watching film with all the coaches. It's just a thing where you have to constantly get better at your craft.
Jaden, first possession, you pull up 10 seconds in, seemed a lot more aggressive offensively than maybe we've seen, except for a couple times down the stretch last year. Is that something that the coaches have said, we need you to be looking for your shot more often?
Yeah, they've been saying that, since I got here. But just having that confidence and, being the first one to shoot it off the first possession, that's something we've been working on. So just having that confidence and, stepping into that shot.
Is it less downhill?
I'm still trying to get downhill. I'm trying to, find that even match, getting downhill and, not settling as much, throughout the game. You make a couple, it's hard to, get downhill a little bit. So.
Does it affect the way you run the team opposed to what you did last year when maybe you didn't have to score quite as much?
Not really, just – my fault. Not really, just taking what the defense gives me. As a point guard, I love getting my teammates involved and I'm seeing them go. But, if the defense is, forcing me, daring me to shoot, I'll do that too.
What have you seen in Carter?
Carter, unbelievable freshman, He has, high standards for himself. I see him in the gym every day. He's the last person to leave practice, getting shots up. Even when he was injured, just asking questions. And, he's coming a long way. So he's definitely going to have a big role in this team down the stretch.
Jaden, we talk about what the defense gives you. I mean, does it get easier? I mean, it seems like you guys can score in any number of ways at every position. I mean, are you finding, especially early tonight, did you see things that they were giving you because you have so many other possibilities? Or?
Yeah. I think that's just credit to my teammates, unbelievable threats. C. Love is going to, attract the defense and get double teams. We got Tobe down there. He's going to cause double teams. So, them being so good offensively, that's, opening up my game. And, they gotta pick one or the other now. So.
What have you seen Caleb too? It seems like he's more efficient or trying to be less shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Credit to C. Love. Just the journey he's been on and all the feedback everyone has, but they really don't see the work ethic and all the stuff he's putting in. He's giving a lot up for the team. He could come down and shoot a three anytime he want to. So credit to him for buying into the team and just wanting to be a winner.
Carter, there were a couple times, I remember at least once in the first half, where it seemed like everybody that was on the court is not guys that were probably going to be starters this year, or at least at the outset. How important is that group to be able to be effective by yourselves without having the starters in there?
I think that's a large role because I think we have 10 guys that can play anywhere else and a lot of guys that could start on any other college basketball team. So I think the biggest thing for me is just constantly learning and taking away things from the groups because I've never been in a position where I've come off the bench before, so it's kind of gave me a different lens. And seeing guys like JB and the guards in front of me go into games and kind of see the coverages they're in, how physical they are, it kind of gives me allows me to mentally prepare going into it. So I think just executing and getting things done in an efficient manner is the biggest thing for that second group.
Did Jaden give you any pointers of like what it's like playing off the bench as far as instead of being out there first?
No, I wouldn't say he necessarily gave me any pointers, but I think the biggest thing I've learned from him along with the other guards is just guarding these dudes, because it's, like I said, it's different. It's a jump from high school to playing college basketball, especially at this level. And just trust me, if you would have saw me the first 3 weeks of practice, they were beating up on me. Anytime they got a switch on me, it was just like, okay, we're going at this kid. We're going to make him work. So I think I'm grateful for them doing that, because it's got me to the point where I am now, where I'm able to pick up fast guards that are smaller than me. I'm able to switch on a big. So I think that's just been the biggest thing.
Time for one more.
Well, following up on that, Carter, if you end up coming off the bench, you feel like you're used to, obviously you can have a huge impact off the bench or starting, and with the guys in front of you. What has that adjustment been like mentally so far anyway, coming off the bench and ready to contribute like that?
I don't think there's really been any adjustment. It's a thing where once you get in the game, you still have to execute, whether you're the first guy to touch the basketball in the game or you're coming off the bench and you only play 2 minutes in the first half, because you never know how your minutes can impact the game. I mean, there's a handful of games last year where KJ didn't play too much in the first half, or really to start the second half, and he finished out the last 16 minutes of the game or the last 14 minutes of the game. So I think just kind of being under KJ's wing and all the guards' wings, they kind of told me that just be prepared when your name is called, because like we said last year when we played UCLA, we were down I think 23 or something like that, and KJ went in with about I think 14 minutes and 23 seconds or something like that, and didn't come out the rest of the game. We ended up coming out on top. So I think that's just the biggest thing, being prepared when my number is called.
Well, being, as you said, it's your first time through, are you finding the first 4 minutes of the game where you're seeing something like, okay, once I get in, I'm gonna take advantage of that, or stuff like that kind of pop up?
No, for sure. It's kind of a thing where you understand that everybody's getting their rhythm when the game first starts. Starters kind of have the luxury of not necessarily easing into it, but everybody's kind of trying to find their rhythm, get to their spots, kind of get a feel for the game. You don't want to be too physical. You don't want to be overly physical. You don't want to be allowing the other team to be too physical and not let us get into our sets, but kind of taking advantage of when I get in the game, knowing that other team starters are still going to be in because other teams aren't too deep. So just constantly attacking them, putting pressure on the rim, whether I'm in for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, the rest of the half, but just constantly putting pressure on the starters on the other team and the key guys on other teams, because other teams are only going to play 6, 7, 8 guys maybe, and we have the capability to play deep into our bench. So just allowing our starters to get a break and to get a breather, and whenever they're ready to come back in, I'm just playing to the best of my abilities for however long I'm in the game.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.